to be a nature kit, but my photos are a bright rock show. So can I make this run kit work? First I need to work out what should go where. This is the title, The Great Outdoors, and I am going to put this here, which is where it is in the original layout. But originally the layout has trees here, which isn't really going to work. So what I've done is I've taken a set of drumsticks, or actually from a Stampin' Up card set a while ago. It was all rock and roll themed, and there was Stampin' die set that matched. And then I also have a Stampin' die set that's kind of rock music themed. So I've cut out some of these guitar picks, and I'm thinking I'm going to put this one under here and put the drumsticks in as well, so that they tie quite nicely to this crumb cake collar. So I think that's what that bottom corner is going to start to shape up like. And then what I'm trying to do is pick out the stronger colours and bring your eye across the layout. So I've got another couple of guitar picks that I've cut actually from the Lights of Aurora, as most of these photo mats were. And then I've stamped music in on the front of it. So now it's going to say music in the great outdoors. And then this guitar actually is from the same card kit as the drumsticks, and it tones in quite nicely. So I'm thinking we're going to have the guitar picks here, and then the guitar, something like that. So then what else I have cut out is, well, first off, I've got some of the pieces that were from the kit. So this documented is going to go here as per the instructions, and then Collect Beautiful Moments was somewhere here on the original, but I feel like we've got a nice space here, and that's a bit more of that crumb cake colour. And then we've also got You Are Here, which was meant to go with the Beautiful Moments, but I'm thinking I might put that up there. So we've just got a nice strong blue kind of pulling our eye across. And then there are some little banner tails, which we might put somewhere. But I've kept this green out of this layout, really. There's a little bit there, but that's more the mossy meadow, whereas this, I think, has got some of old olive in as well. So I'm keeping the old olive out. And what I did was I made one out of, I think it's Lost Lagoon. And I just did some texture stamping on it, some splashery bits. So we can use the blue, because the blue definitely does coordinate with some of the blues that we've got here. And then I've got a Lost Lagoon one to go with it, which is the same colour as this pick. And then you have probably spotted I've got these film strippy type pieces, and I'm thinking I'm going to put this one in under here, and maybe this one coming down this side. Oh yeah, and then there is one other piece that was from the kit. It's not actually recommended or prescribed for this layout, but I thought it pertained to getting on the front row at the gig, so it's best view. So I'm going to find a little spot to put this in somewhere as well. I'm not exactly sure where that's going to be yet. And then beyond that, I've made some sunglasses. I wanted to pick out this really vibrant green from the photo, so I found a colour that matched quite well. I'm probably going to bring this over here. And then I've got a couple of cameras, a silver one and a black one, so we'll see where they go as well. I used a tool online to create a visual heat map, which kind of tells you where your eye is being drawn. And the main thing that it told me that was quite interesting to me was it was saying that this section was probably the lowest interest section, because some of these other colours are really strong, and it said that this music in was picking up really well, but this bit over here wasn't. So I'm trying to think about ways that I can lift this and make it a bit stronger, and that's why I'm thinking some of those stronger colours coming in this cluster will help to draw your eye then, because you'll have, I think it sort of said like this and this and this were all quite strong, and then this kind of fades out. So that's also been part of my thought process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these things that I know about stuck down, and then we'll come back and have a play with the final embellishments. Okay, So we've got all those bits stuck down. I think it's starting to come together. So I put those two little tags, including the one that I made with the best view sticker here. So that kind of replaces the outdoor fun area here. Now, obviously this was outdoor fun, but that sticker's quite large for our format. It didn't really fit here, and obviously we talked about how the trees aren't really quite what we're looking for. We've got our various plectrums and these cameras and the glasses. So I'm thinking I probably want something here, and I might end up making like a little circle or something to build onto there. But then also I want to bring some of those stronger colours down here. So my thought was definitely to have the sunglasses here somehow, because that strong green will come over from there, and obviously by putting black in the lenses, that is very strong. Or bring your eye down. Now I feel like we could do with a pop of pink or blue down here as well. Let's try blue, because we haven't really got any blue in the photo mats. And then I'm feeling like maybe we should do a little bit of background stamping here, just to fill that in a bit more. I have got a couple of stamps that are sort of music themed, so I probably can put something there. Do we also want a pink? Let's have a look if we put the two picks there. Yeah, I think with some background stamping that might work. And what I'm also just realising is I think whatever we use as a base over here, we should use that crumb cake colour, because then we've got like 1, 2, and that would make it 3. And then if we're going to put black down here, I guess maybe I would use the silver camera. That could go in here, or it might look nice over here. So what I was thinking is I might do the black lens on the silver camera, and then I can do the silver lens on the black camera, which I'll probably put up here. Yeah, that's starting to take shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on here, cut out probably a circle of some sort, maybe the spotlight on nature dies. That one that looks a bit like these film strip pieces would probably work quite nicely. And then up here we can have the camera, maybe some guitar picks. I ended up stamping a microphone down here, which is from the same Stampin' die set as the guitar picks, the big ones and the small ones, and that was one of the stamps. I ended up cutting out a smaller camera to go here. The one that was the same size as this was just too big and was taking over the circle, but I think that's come out quite nicely. Then I decided I wanted a little bit more pink up here, just to balance with this pink pick here. So I popped another one in there with the Lost Lagoon, and I think that's come together quite nicely. And then I've just sprinkled some gems across to make it nice and sparkly, because it was a very sparkly night. I'll pick them up. If you've enjoyed this, give it a like. It would be great if you would join the gang and join me in the sprint to 100 subscribers by my birthday on the 9th of April. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Come back and see me again. Bye bye.